Hey YouTube, it's Saturday and I'm Amber. Our topic this week is what has been the hardest for us in transition. It's actually been on my mind quite a bit this week because I just started a new job, and in the course of starting the new job, of course, I'm, introducing myself to new people and, helping them to understand my life and who I am and all that sort of stuff. And it's very interesting to me as I tend to use the word partner to describe my relationship with Shu, and then I use masculine pronouns and people are confused. And I think the hardest for me is being seen as a straight couple, because I think a lot of the people at my new job who don't know, and there's a couple people who know because they knew me before I took the job there, but the new people I've met in my department, I am guessing assume that I'm straight. And so I think that's the hardest for me is dealing with that. In some respects, it's nice to not be in a position where I'm being othered again, because we're already an interracial couple. And so there's already baggage that kind of comes along with that. So to have that one less thing that people will look at us or stare at us about is kind of nice. But then I feel bad if I feel okay with it, or I feel bad if I'm not bothered by the fact that people just assume that we're a straight couple. But then I think about all the people that I see out in the world, and I assume that, I see what I perceive to be a man and a woman out together, and I assume that they're a straight couple, and maybe they're not. So I think the perceptions of other people has probably been the hardest part for me, because Shu doesn't have too many large dysphoria issues, or at least the ones that he deals with pretty well. We haven't had too many issues in terms of him having any issues online with people or in real life with people. The only person he really had a negative experience with in the coming out process was one of his aunts, but we kind of expected that going into it. So in a lot of ways, the transition's been really easy for us, because he hasn't really had any major health issues around it. No severe dysphoria, no issues of bullying or anything like that. And so it's been pretty easy. So I think kind of dealing with the external and how folks see us. And then in that same token, when we're in gay spaces, how we're perceived in gay spaces is kind of different. Because I guess I assume, and we haven't spent a whole lot of time since he's really started to pass 100% of the time in gay spaces, but going into them, I know that people are who don't know us are going to see us as a straight couple. And so trying to figure out how and when do I bring up that, and if I do, how do I do it in a way that doesn't make people go, oh, now I feel bad because I thought that you guys were a straight couple. And I think that's been the hardest thing for me is being perceived as a straight couple when I don't necessarily see us as that. So our topic for next week is pet peeves, both trans-related pet peeves and life pet peeves. So I hope everybody has a good weekend. Happy Passover, happy Easter, and see you all next week.